Give us a second, guys, and we'll get online in a minute.
Madam,
I'm in.
Leanna, is it my turn?
I don't know.
It is.
I thought you went yesterday.
I did.
I'm pretty sure. Okay.
I'm almost certain I didn't, but okay, whatever.
Um. Well, I'll make it quick and dirty. All right.
Yes, actually, you did go yesterday because you were talking about Tesla and how you went in the post market. So it's my turn.
Yeah, I don't think so, but
I'm like 100% sure because you got into Tesla and it was post earnings.
okay. So do you want me to? Okay. All right. There you go.
Thanks. Okay, I'll make it short as well. All right, guys. Hope everybody had a good, successful training day. To give you a quick synopsis, it looks like things were kind of flat at the end of the day, but they were on the green side. Except the Russell K had a 1% over. Volatility was kind of cray-cray, which is kind of expected with the earnings and the and the after FOMC event, which could be going up and down as well. Um, here is the summary on a visual heat map. You can see, I guess, everything was kind of green. From here, from consumer defensive to communication services, semiconductors, NVDA, Visa, JP Morgan, etc., except Microsoft. Um, it had earnings yesterday and it did a dumpster fire in the morning or yesterday as well. So we'll take a look at those and we'll be on our way. So the winner, or sorry, the winner, Visa, Micron, ASML, Boeing. Boeing had earnings yesterday. And even though the earnings weren't good, the market makers decided to, as you can see, bring it up the yin yang. So this is why you have to kind of go with the trend because the market makers, you have to kind of adjust to the market, not your point of view of what you think is going to happen. You have to adjust to what the market makers want happen. Intel, very interesting. It looks like it's going up a little bit right now. Cray cray. Sorry. It's at $20.37. It's still in a good buying zone. Google, let's look at that. And Nikete. So Google is going to have earnings in 5 days, is obviously in a ceiling. So the question is, will it break the ceiling and continue to go upward, or will it reverse? And it has hit the ceiling one, two, three, and even four times today, including today. The question is, will it keep going or will it drop? It's really high up in the sky, which is very nervous, if you ask me. Very far away from the moving averages. So be aware of that. But it could surprise and it could market makers can say, yeah, even though it's high, we'll make it go higher and then do a dumpster fire. Niket has been doing very wonderful. It's obviously doing a breakout from this channel here. And the place to have gone it, as we had indicated 2 weeks ago or so, where we had really said it, hey, why don't you get some of this, set it and forget it. And as truth, It's been going up, so you can't go wrong anytime there's a little dip. If it gets back here, you could buy it as well. It's still within the buy-in area. You can't go wrong with Nikete. EBC 1845 is up there. There's a beautiful hanger right here, right now. So it could do a little reversal tomorrow, or in the upcoming week, there. Let me see if anything else grabs my attention from this little list here. Meta. Meta had earnings yesterday, and obviously the earnings were 18.64%, beat expectations. They're making money hand over fist. Um, Obviously, this was good to get it at the beginning of the day for a long and then a short. You can see that this is where to have gotten in and gotten out, then do a reversal, dumpster fire, and then it was sort of flattish. So yeah, it was basically the beginning of the day to make your move for Meta. Um,
Thanks for letting me know because I had averaged into my put and I got my put down to an average of 50 cents.
nice, good
And
job.
and now it was 34 cents before the market closed. But I have a feeling it's gonna come back up.
hmm
Or I
Um,
mean, I'm sorry, go back down in
I
this.
know what you meant. Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree, I guess it had a bumpy road kind of show, but it was basically downhill after 2 o'clock or so. Starbucks, this had earnings the other day. Let's see how it's been doing. Oh, look, it's a hanger there, sort of, at the sky. So this could potentially go back down to the averages.
Oh, really quick, did you get into your put?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I got into
Any
NVDA at the end of the day, though.
any reason why you didn't get into your put?
I said I might get into it, and I
No,
was
I
too
know.
late. I was too late. It
Okay.
was so I just didn't get in. And I was a little bit undecisive. That's what happens sometimes with me.
Okay.
Um, let's see. Then let's look at the losers. Ford, as I had mentioned before, is probably going to go back to level setting. So if you got it here, it has been going down. Like I said, keep it moving. Microsoft, uh, I indicated it did a dumpster fire for earnings, even though it had earnings. So you can see that even if it has good earnings, the market makers can say, whatever, people are going to get their money and run. American Airlines, this was a hot ticket item to look at because of the news of what happened yesterday, last night with the collision um, with the helicopter in Washington, D.C. I don't know how that occurred. I'm sorry. My condolences for the people. It's really tragic when things like that happen. One moment, please. Okay, so someone was in this, and you can see it kind of like it didn't move that much, but it sort of stayed near VWAP and flattish. It was in a range between 17 and 1688. So if you got the top, you did good, and if you got the bottom, you did good. But otherwise, it just kind of like was kind of flattish, if you ask my opinion. I guess what where you would have made the money was here at last night, obviously, and then in the pre-market. That's where the money was at. Open, let's look at Azoni. Amazoni had a rough day. Basically, if you got here at the top, beautiful short, then it kind of level set it at the end of the day. Um, I got into NVDA at the end of the dia. Um, It obviously did a dumpster fire at the end, and then it was very strong midday, and it looks like it's going up. So that's why I took a little stab at it. Hopefully, my call goes through. Vana, we'll take a look at that. So obviously it's going down, which is what we want and what we expect it to do. It's a little hangerish movement here. So hopefully it does a dumpster fire. Sana, let's see what's going on with Monsanto. It has earnings literally right at the moment. And you can see there was some movement action here. It's going cray cray. It went down. And now starting to go up. So it hasn't really moved that much, if you ask my opinion. And they've been people been looking at this. So at the moment, not much movement for Mansana. I guess tomorrow will be a new day. Let's look at McDonald's. McDonald's didn't really move that much. It was based on this point oh 0.07. But I guess you could have made some money too at the beginning of the day if you got it at the top, and then around 12:30 got out. They also did a dumpster fire at the end of the day. So there was another opportunity. Let's look at Dallas to see if there was some sympathy play. Um, Again, the sympathy play was last night, I guess. But this was going more up than American Airlines. So actually, this one was a very good long, except at the end of the day where it like bloop, it blumped. It did a blip.
So what
Um,
do you think where American is gonna go back up that it was strong? And trust me, I'm not saying that Americans to blame for this at all. I'm just saying just because of the fact it got, this accident happened,
I think it's
and
gonna, based on this, I think it's gonna continue to go down because people already have gotten their money, and this is actually a really good excuse for it to go down. So,
yeah.
I think it's gonna continue to go down, especially for this day, and now it's over the moving averages are above the actual candle. So I think it's gonna continue, hopefully going down for those people who are shorting it. It was very, very weak, flattish today. And so I think it's a good excuse for it to bring it down.
Yeah, the problem is that it went down during the post market slash pre market, um, and started to come back up a little bit in the pre market, but it was still lower from the aftermarket versus it came up and then it went down. So I was still in a good situation, but I just thought it would, maybe hit 1650, 1680 a few times so that you know, I could get a few more pesos. That's all.
Yeah, I think I might do it tomorrow or next week. Um, and I don't see anything else that's bringing my attention. Let's look at the SPY and the QQQ. So things were strong at the end of the dia, it looks like, and it was very bearish. It did like a reversal, basically. It was bearish and then it was a bullish, bearish and then bullish. So I think it might, depending on how it goes with Apple, it could continue to go up and be strong. Um, let's look at the favorita, Tesla. Tesla did a dumpster fire. Obviously, it had earnings.
I was in this and man, oh man,
So here's the results. Negative,
man.
go ahead. Negative 5.19%, negative 5.20%. So the earnings weren't that good. And obviously, um, let's see. Hold on a second. I'm getting a message. Okay. So, dumpster fire. So from 412 to 384, there was lots of money to be made, Miss Green here.
Yes. My only mistake was I got out at 395 instead of my initial goal was 390.
Okay.
But today was a day where I was distracted, and I'll just leave it at that. You know why. And
$34 could have been made per share.
yeah.
Um, so for those people who love to trade Tesla, Sorry, I don't know where this thing went.
Your heart will pump like 1,000 beats per minute. But if
And this was all in 30 minutes.
if you have the guile to hold it from the post slash pre-market from
So
yesterday,
10 o'clock.
if
You
Miss Munoz shows the gray area from when it closed yesterday to what happened today, um it was just kind of amazing. It was really there was an opportunity.
Yes, ma'am.
So yeah, so you have to have the conviction of it because you have to have been looking at it from yesterday if someone will zoom in and and saw where it closed at. And so you would have had to say, hey, I'm gonna hold this after it did a dive, and you're like, and then it went up cray cray. You could have been like, this is too extra, which it was, and had the fortitude to say, you know what? Let me just try this as a shorty short. It was just too much. The initial reaction was the right reaction, but the what do you call it? The market makers wanted to bring it up so people could get their money out before the dumpster fire.
Could say
You
that
knew
again.
they had to allow the dumpster fire to happen like it was supposed to. But
Mhm.
initially the dumpster fire happened, as you can see the first few minutes of the market closing, and then the market makers made the dumpster fire come back up because they
That's
didn't
what they
want it
love
to
to
dump
do.
like that.
That's what they love to
So
do.
that was the initial reaction was the people's reaction, and then the market makers took over.
Yes.
So hey, so just be aware of that that sometimes that can happen. And that's the one thing where I do like Tesla is that they will do what they want to do, like all the market makers in each company, but they will give you a chance to come back. It will say, all right, we'll give you a chance if you had got it right. They gave you a chance initially where people should have got out after yesterday when they closed, and they gave you a chance um today. So
And you can have gone both ways. If you had said, hey, I'm going to go long, boom. And then you can say, oh, I'm going to go long, boom. Both ways you could have gone.
yeah,
So,
you could have even got out in the aftermarket where it went down several times too.
hmm.
So there was opportunity, and that is the one thing that I do enjoy about Tesla.
And that's it, guys. I don't have that much. It was going to be just a short and sweet. Basically, the losers: Ford, Microsoft, Taco, American Airlines, Open, Amazon, Apple, and Carvana. And the winners: Intel, Mu, ASML, Boeing. For tomorrow, be on the lookout for NVDA and potentially Americana going down. I don't have anything else, but hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we will see you on Sunday.
All right. Thank you very much.
Peace out.
Peace to the Middle East, homeboys and girls.
Bye bye.